Has this ever happened to you?
I was watching a YouTube video by a fellow named Cathode Ray Dude, and he was taking apart and testing and critiquing a Ryobi soldering station. And he mentioned that possibly the worst part of the very cheap soldering irons, be it Weller or another brand, I've got a couple here. I got some here. Are these wires that never unkink themselves no matter what you do. Here's one. Here's another identical one. These are really, really inexpensive. They're really cheap. I don't do enough to, to merit I don't deserve a good soldering iron. And the wires always unkink themselves. Well, they never unkink themselves. They're always stiff and they fold over, and you constantly have to fight with them because they'll snag in your work. They'll snag on the tip of the iron itself. And until he mentioned that, it had never even crossed my mind to possibly modify the wire itself, to swap it out for something supple. So that's what I've done. Of course, I've got this is a very inexpensive Weller SPG 40, which comes with a station where you can change the heat a bit, but they don't have any heat setting. It goes from 1 to 5. I'll get some what the pros call B-roll.
Power switch, it's got a light. And I was telling you about the numbers 1 to 5, but you can see the indicator right here goes down to like -3 all the way to possibly 6. It comes with a little dried out sponge. And this plug was at the back, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really remember where it was. Or on the side or something. Anyway, this is where I put it. Anyway, but this, of course, it being a new plug right there, because this is the new wire, which feeds into the soldering iron.
Yeah. So it works well, but like I said, I was looking up, how to clean the tips on these things, because when I use these very rarely on my little workstation here, I just have to solder a wire or a connector, and then once that's done, I get so excited, I want to plug it in, I want to try it, and I run away and I leave this on, and I burn out the tips every single time. And in my case, it's easier to just get a cheap $20 soldering iron than try to find the correct tip for this. They never seem to be the same size. Look at this. This thing is burnt to heck. All right, anyway, so that's that. So I've made this one. It feels wonderful. I feel like a pro using it. It'll probably speed up my work considerably. And this type of wire, I'll tell you what it is in a sec, apart from being very, it's got that special rubbery feel to it. Apart from not kinking up and binding up and folding up on itself, also, it's more resistant to heat than this stuff here, which melts at, I think, this one says 105 degrees also, Celsius, 300 volts. But this stuff here, well look, this one has some electrical tape on it because I've burned through it more than once. This stuff doesn't seem to burn as easily. It doesn't, because with this type of wire, you snag it, and you're looking at your work, you're trying to work on something, and you also have to fight the wire itself to get it back into place, and you will burn your wire and maybe even short circuit. Not with this. So I've done it once. It works beautifully. I had to work out a few kinks, which part goes where, how to take the screws out, and how to reconnect it. So it's done once. I'll take it apart. I'll show you how I did it. And then we'll do the same thing to this other really inexpensive Weller soldering iron. I just needed one with it because I wasn't sure of the tip size. I bought one for this one here. That works well. But I bought a wider tip, angled, which is nice. This one has a very fine tip on it, which is also good. So, you know, I'll have two. I'll be able to swap them out. Oh, and this one also has a LED light on it. How cool is that? So, cab tire wire. Really, cab, C-A-B-T-I-R-E, or you know what, it could be also cab, T-Y-R-E, wire. According to legend, after the war, they needed, I'm thinking this is probably post-war, yes, World War II, England, London, they needed tough, flexible electrical wiring. So they used the rubber from tires to make the tough rubber coating for these wires. Cab tire. Is that true? I don't know. Sounds plausible. I like it. It'll do. Anyway, this wire is really, it has a fine feel to it. It's sturdy and it's flexible and it's rubbery too. And okay, maybe there's a smell to it too. When I took it out of this packaging here, it's still there. There's a whiff. Of course, it's a chemical industrial smell, but it's also flowery in a weird sort of way, floral, and it brings me back to me being a toddler with my parents, and they would go to a store here in Montreal to get chandelier type lights. They wanted very specific types of lights, and they would shop for this stuff. I guess they were this like light groupies or something, but this store smelled a lot like this. And I haven't smelled this very often, but it's this rubber smell coming from China, of course. I don't know. Anyway, so this is the stuff, cab tire. It's got 3 connectors. It's got a ground here. All 3 are separate. The ground isn't a bare wire type of connector. It's also shielded with a green, and it's got cotton strands. It's got cotton rope inside. Very sturdy stuff. But 5 meters, which would be about 15 feet, right? And this is the stuff I'm using. I've got a lot left, so we'll be doing another one here for this second one, cab tire wire. Okay, I'm gonna switch the camera over, and oh, it's not a camera, it's a frigging iPhone. And this isn't a lavalier mic. I always use the cheapest mics I can get. I'm trying a whole bunch of them. I tried the wireless stuff. I've got 2 or 3. I ordered them online. I get them. One works well, the other one doesn't. I'm filming something and then it'll just cut out, or it just goes into like static and crackling. This one is the one I've had the longest time. It's wired, and can you tell it's a Saturday? I have nothing to do. Yeah. Okay, so let's reverse engineer this thing. What I've done here, move some stuff over. One end of this is a standard hardware store repair plug. You don't need the ground. Well, it's not, the ground is not connected. This is the interesting part. 3 Phillips screws, very small. Okay. There we go. Let's put these aside. There. And move this wire aside too. From here, if you pull it out gently, there are 2 other screws. 1 and a 2. We can pull this out. Now, when I took this apart the first time, there is a I don't know what you call it, a choke or a block that keeps the wire from being pulled out. Of course, the one that was included with the very thin wire doesn't fit on this type of wire anymore. So what I did, I used some metal wiring. I used some mechanics wire, 18 gauge mechanics wire, to wrapped it around a couple of times, very sturdy wire, as a choke, right? And then this keeps the wire from going too far. I had to, do it a couple of times to get the right length, because you want your machettes. How do you say machettes in English? Or is that the international term? I'll look that up. So that's about, maybe a quarter of an inch to half an inch. Let's repeat this with this little beauty here. Oh, they give you a little holder too. Oh, how cute is that? Nice. Very, very fine, very refined. Kinkable little wire. Okay, how does this go? And it never straightens out. It always kinks back up, and you have to fight with it all the time. I just want to see if I plug this in. Oh, look at the lights. Hello. Oh, it will dim with the power. Okay. Well, still, that's nice. That'll do. Okay, let's shut this off. Now, this one's a bit different. Pop this cap off. Yep. Put this aside too. So we're back to those 3 screws again. There we go. Oh, so right underneath here, there's a little circuit board with the LEDs. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 LEDs, and you've got the same thing. This is what I was telling you about, the choke. Yeah. Okay, I'll find the correct terms and I'll put those up. Oops, there goes those screws. So I tend to keep a lot of the parts that I disassemble, electronic parts, stuff like this, and I've got drawers of this stuff everywhere, and I do use them over and over again. There, let's take off the connectors. Machettes, connectors, possibly. So okay, so anyway, we don't need this. I don't know, like maybe 4 feet of wire, right? Let's just chop this up here. Yeah, anyway, it's not like a... There we go. Since I'm not putting, you don't need to see me put this on, right? And I don't have one laying around. I don't think I'll have to go in back and see. What we do have, I will need a knife. And love this thing here, this wire stripper. Don't need a lot of wire either. Through trial and error, this is the equivalent to 14 gauge. Works bading. Get in there, yeah, there. That's beautiful. There you go. Twist it around a bit. Now this is the part which goes into the butt end of the... Oh, you know what? Oh, that looks like a very nice tight fit. Oh man, that's a bit too tight. Oh darn. So, back on. Will a step drill do the trick? Or a regular high-speed drill? Possibly. Let's see how that goes. Let me try something else. This end, Bob. Okay. So we can do it this way now. Oh, that's a nice tight fit. Let's just get a very short length. And let's try it here. Wrap it around really tight. Okay, so this was less complex than the other one. Lights facing up. Got this. We've got this. The way this is set up. There we go. You know what? I should almost assemble. I took everything apart. We've got two different soldering irons and a whole bunch of different screws. Whatever's not being needed. Long screw, short screw. There's three of each, right? I've got 1, 2 of these together. One black, one white. This will be some amazing footage. Pull this guy out. Connect a first one. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Oh yeah. Guy here. And number 3. Okay. And then the little diffuser. And there's a flat spot right there, I think. Yeah. So that's that. Oh, that is. Ooh, that's smooth. So I took a look, and I don't have another one like this. So let's remove this one so we can complete this and test it out. That's very simple, eh? There we go. Remove this. Okay. Oh, what a revelation this tool is. Voila. Oh yeah, that'll never come off. this. Let's connect it. Power on. So those LEDs are powered by the 120 volts also. Yes, so, you know, just perfectly long enough here. And just how bright is this? Oh, I can see it smoking. Yep. Oh, there we go. So let's tin the tip. Beautiful. That's it. It's beautiful. It's perfect. And I won't burn the tip on this one. Actually, I have to reassemble this one, don't I? Okay, let's do this then. Okay, this has a notch or two where it needs to go. There we go. I believe that's where that goes. 1 and 2 very long screws that go right hold on. Okay, very long screws, 1 and 2, pretty sure. I don't have the right screwdriver tip, but no, that won't work. There we go. And then these 3 short ones. 1, 2, 3. And 3. Voila. Get myself another plug for this. And it's a success. Very happy with this. Should have done this years ago. Yeah. Thank you for watching.
Ah, vad som är het.